Hello, everyone. This is your teacher speaking. This will be your virtual classroom assignment where you will get to have your revenge to a degree. You know, when I ask you guys to describe these pictures that I find very amusing and relevant, and they tell a lot of things, then I ask you to describe them because it's easy apparently, and then you get to be awkward and you don't know what to say. And it's a really bad thing that we teachers sometimes do to you. So, as a reflection on that, I'm gonna try to do that to myself. I chose 20 pictures from my trip to Latvia that was related to this project that we had, if you remember, the Erasmus project. So, it's been a while since I've done that, and I don't remember the pictures very well, so it's gonna be like flash for me, these pictures, and I'm going to describe them to the best of my ability. So let's start. Right. So this first picture, yeah, it's a picture of a hotel. That was the place where we are gonna stay, and we were like really impressed. It's beautiful. It's a hotel. I think it's a small family business, if I remember correctly. I don't know, but it's just it looks really nice. So uh, you can see this construction is it's not like things that we have in Croatia. It's pretty different. So I really liked it. These I don't know how to call it. It's like somewhat we think of it as northern style of building, but I don't know really. I'm not a good exterior expert, so I just know it's fucking beautiful. So we spent a lot of time on this terrace right here that you can see. So when you pass these doors, it's like it's not really apparent here, but there's a place for two little tables. So we had many a coffee and many a fine tea there. Me, Diana, and Helen. I remember even one night there was this really huge, jacked up guy that scared us a little bit. So we were drinking tea, if I remember correctly, and this huge guy came all by himself down the stairs because through the this glass, you can't see it really well, but there's a stairs also. So he was coming down the stairs, and we were like, "What the hell is going on now? Is he gonna fight with us?" Uh, that was going through my head at least. I don't know. Diana was that scared. I think she's like a bit better with the common sense. So this guy comes to us and he's like awkward because he doesn't know English very well. He doesn't know where we are from as well. So he asks like, "Do you guys have yes, cigarette, yes." So so you're right. I smoke and Diana smokes. So told them we have different cigarettes. We have Walter Wolf. That's a sour type of cigarette, and I think Diana had some Slims. So we described these cigarettes to him, and he said, "Well, it's for girlfriend. Girlfriend, my girlfriend smokes cigarette, and she wants come smoke cigarette." So they were apparently trying to make tea in the hotel. You know those you have places where you can cook the water and you have like tea on display. So they wanted to do that, but if there's no cigarettes, his girlfriend didn't want to go out and freeze. So he was sent like to to see if anyone has cigarettes in the hotel, I guess. So we gave them some Walter, and his girlfriend came down. So we had a small discussion. I don't really remember what we talked about, but I do remember that they said that they've been to Croatia before. I think I don't know. I even don't remember how they wound up in this place, but They apparently were living in London, and I don't know why were they. Why were they in Yunmala? I think it's like a vacation thing or something. They had a really nice story, but I can't remember right now. Anyhow, this jacked up dude didn't turn out to be so scary after all, so they just like talked to us like for like 10 minutes and maybe and left. Yeah, uh, many really nice events like that happened in this place, so I remember it quite fondly actually. Alright, onwards to this second picture. Yeah, well then, as you can see, teachers can be childish as hell. So this is like the best thing that I could find in the environment. I saw the snowman and I said, yeah, let's do this. So I mean, I think that Diana took the shot, like me and the snowman. Don't really know what is it like. Yeah, I think it's really close to that hotel that we were at, but I can't really remember now the name of the place where the snowman is. No, the environment is all really nice. It has a lot of these types of things, so where you can take pictures. I think it's like a great tourist attraction during the summer, but we were there, as you can see, during the winter, so there was no one there, just us taking silly photos. It was fucking amazing. Yeah, this is another thing that we found nice. So these must be some type of deers, and Diana and Helen thought that they were really nice, so we took some pictures with them as well. There are also Latvian gods on the left on display. These God, very it's like really signs that represent deities. These ancient pagan deities. It's really cool. I came to learn somewhat some things about them later. At the time when we were taking this photo, I didn't really know any of the gods, but I do know some now. Right. So now for the third picture. Hmm. This was taken, I believe, in Vivare Primary School. We were all playing nice, making a selfie. Uh, I think it's primary school. We took a seat. I think we were waiting to meet Ines, uh, maybe it's even in her office. I'm not really sure right now. Maybe it's her office. I can't really decipher where this was taken precisely. But yeah, somewhere in Vivare Primary School. Yeah. I remember this being a stressful one. I mean, before we came in, when we came in and talked a little bit, it wasn't really stressful at all because these are all really nice people. All the people working on this project were just like fantastic people. So this first guy that you see, he's called Suleiman. He's like an incredibly honest and warm person. I mean, I don't know if he's honest, but he has this look when he looks at you and speaks really slowly. You think like he's like really, I don't know, something. It's you have to experience that too. It's not easy to describe. It's really mesmerizing guy, I guess. That's the best way to put it. But he has amazing. I don't know how to put it, but it's like really good conceptual thinking. He thinks of things in a very straightforward way that it's really easy to understand. So he's really nice to talk to. Everyone can understand him. Like a little child, an old grandmother, the president. He was constantly translating everything that people were saying. The guy is just amazing. Right, and the second guy next to me is Erkan. Erkan is the principal of the Turkish school that was in the project. This guy is also really, really nice. He's like a father figure for the Turks and for everyone on this project, I guess. He like acted really fatherly all the time. Really, a really nice person. He has this, I think it's like in Turkish tradition, like head of the house kind of attitude. So he likes to use words as strong, powerful, mighty, like really stimulating speeches are his thing. And he also likes to take pictures. I think you will see a few more of pictures of him. He really likes to take nice photos of himself. He's a really really generous and really warm person. I mean, it's a really nice character. I don't know how to describe it better, but it's like really good combination for a leader to have a lot of compassion and also not to be afraid to always speak in public and like for yourself to always take the full heat of everyone like speaking against your ideas, and I think he's like a really good guy for that. He can take all criticism and still like be very positive and energetic. He's like an excellent leader, I'd say. And that schmuck after His Majesty is just me. I think I'm drinking water, I guess. That's a new one. No, it's lemonade. Right, so we had coffee and I was drinking lemonade and listening to something that this is probably the principal speaking. Ines, I think I was listening. What was she talking about? I can't really remember. These memories are excellent. Sometimes I can't remember it, but I remember the moment, but I don't remember the thing that she was talking about. It was probably something about how long are we staying in Latvia. There were problems. I mean, there weren't actually problems, but misunderstandings about the project. But how long should it last? And well, we sorted that out, sort of, but not in the best way. Uh, yeah, I think that it was about that we're discussing it. Okay, so I'm looking at Ines, and right. You can see also another Turkish representative here. That's Delal. That's a really really warm and beautiful woman. She is like I don't know. I have a thing for powerful women. She's not like your mother, like powerful, but she's a powerful young woman. She's really serious about her demeanor. So she really seriously sits and listens to people when they speak, and she doesn't really interrupt you at all. But when you ask her, she generally always has something really nice to say. I mean, nice, not in a complimentary way, but in an interesting way. You can always see that she's engaged, like if the thing she's talking about is relevant. So really, I really like this woman. I could, I mean, I didn't really get to meet her that well, but I could sense that she has a nose for understanding what's important. That's like, I mean, a lot of women have that, but I always find that to be worthy of being like admired, I guess. I really like that one. Yeah, I think that, nah, no. Right, so on the table, I mean, you can see it's full of all sorts of really nice delicacies. So we received like royalty. It's amazing. We're all having a we're all having a really relaxed conversation about this about this really complicated thing that we were going to start. So this project was like, I don't know, you have to take things seriously when you're participating in it. So it's like a really good icebreaker to have a good environment where people can relax, and then you can talk seriously. So I mean, I really like this environment. So it's a good, as the Latvians said, for many things, it's a good way to start. So when you set an example, then everyone else can follow. So something similar happened in most countries uh, as a result of this. So I really like it. Yeah, on to the next story. So after we left Inez's office, I think it's seen. I mean, I arranged these photos somewhat meaningfully, so I think they are following a storyline. So this is after, I guess, if I'm not wrong, it's after we left the office and we were going to see the school, I guess. I don't know. You can see Diana and Helen, they're pretty serious, so we're probably discussing that we have to do this presentation. And it's really like, wow, is gonna be like, are we gonna embarrass ourselves? Who's gonna be the presenter? I mean, yeah, I was always going to be the presenter, but they were nervous for me as well, I guess. But I think it was about that. Yeah, but they seem really like Helen is speaking something really serious. I think it's about that. Uh, okay, and then we did this presentation. Hmm. This is not in the school. This is like a new area. It's like a conference hall. We don't have these yet in Croatia, but I'm told by our principal that we're gonna have some soon. Hmm. So, and we're gonna make it, I think, if we have the space. We're even having plans to doing it in our school, but I think that we don't have the size of the hall to actually make it a room like this. I mean, this is a really amazing room. I think it's in an aerospace center or something. It's like in a cosmonaut rehabilitation center, if I remember correctly, and it's like really big and it's amazing. Has this touch screen and a really nice arena and a big table where you can sit and talk. The table is like, I mean, this is not a cathedral, right? This is just a table, but you can put, this is a keyboard, you can put stuff there. I treated it as a cathedra somewhat. So I talked about our school a little bit. You can see this graph. This graph is pretty similar to that thing that you had to do for your last project. Mm. It's like uh, all the types of schools that we have in Otočac, but this is in English, and it's pretty like just like plain and straightforward, so I can discuss it. I did a awkward job, as I generally do. I always speak really far and wide, and I have trouble focusing sometimes. So I think I did pretty confusingly there, but it went like okay, I guess. Mm. Yeah, the next photo. This is this is a charming place. We found this really peculiar. Hmm, I think it's a Russian restaurant in some center of Yurmala. I'm not sure where, but I know the old Diana wanted to buy. I think she wanted to buy hats for her sons. So we were looking for that, and this was the only place that was like open. And it's a restaurant, a really fancy and traditional Russian one, I guess. I'm not sure. I think it's that one. So this is the area for smokers. We went in there, and it's all like still in Christmas spirits. It has you can't see it here, but it does have a lot of decorations. Everything in Yonmalas still had this Christmas spirit about it even after Christmas. We were like pretty fascinated by it. So it's really beautiful. I don't know why we don't do it. We just take off everything, and, and so it's just plain for no reason when you can still have all the decorations. So yeah, we are there. We are drinking a large amounts of tea. You can see this Diana kettle in front of Diana, and it's like huge. I think that they ordered a liter and I ordered a liter by myself. So I think we had 2 liters of tea, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we had, I believe, 2 liters of different tea, and also, or just, I mean, a liter is a lot. It's like everyone has a tea and then some. I think we had two, so we had a lot of tea, and we ate cakes. We ate fine cakes, really tasty homemade things. We ate the cakes and drank this beautiful tea and smoked some cigarettes. Yeah, of course, because why not? And yeah, if I remember correctly, this was the place where there was this French thing going on. They were playing like this really nostalgic chanson type of thing. I think that that's the place. So it was like really, really beautiful music, and I think we're the generation that like that kind of stuff. It's not for everyone, but it's like really relaxing, like when you're having a dinner or and you like to listen to that stuff because it's really quiet background music, but it's still a voice, and it's relaxing. So we really liked it there. Yeah. Onwards to our next one. So this was taken by me, far less spectacular. As you can see, it's my poor selfie camera on iPhone 6. It's like not even. I don't know what is this. It's like really poor quality. This is in Riga, and I'm trying to take a picture of a frozen river behind me. I'm on a bridge, and this is a river. It's ice, and we walked along this river for a while in Riga. We got really cold, me, Diana, and Helen, because the wind is really strong there, and it's like goes through your bones if you're not used to it. Mm. So I felt that this would be a really beautiful picture, but my cell phone is not that amazing, so it's not that good. There are like animals on this ice. We saw a lot of ducks. I think there was like a flock of ducks. I took a few pictures of those as well, but I didn't put them here. Yeah, I think the ducks are really close to this bridge, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so if we cross the bridge, I think that then on the right side there's like a huge flock of ducks, and we took a picture of that. It's like pretty funny. Yeah, so that's that place. There you go. Hmm. Okay. So the next picture is taken again in Riga, but this is another day. It's serious business. I remember this young woman. Oh, what was her name? I can't cheat. I really have to remember. Liga, I think. Yeah, she was really nice. She taught us a lot of things, like pretty simple mannerisms that teachers often forget, how to do classroom management, and how to deal with misbehavior, because we don't teach that kind of things. I mean, no one does actually. No one does it well. So we were really like engaged in things that she was explaining. I mean, you know how to handle students after a while, after you taught for a while, you know how to handle kids, uh, but it's really nice to have it to have it explained precisely that you then you become conscious of what you're doing. Otherwise, it's just like a mess. You just after a while you get better, and but you don't really know how to express it. So Liga really told it, told this story nicely. Some layers of classroom management. I mean, they teach this thing in America and probably in some other places, but not in Croatia, definitely. So I was really impressed. Yeah, this young woman has a really nice story about her occupation as well. She's a really noble person, and I really do remember that I liked her a lot because of what she does. She was really impressive to me, and to everyone else, I guess probably. That's probably why Rudolph took us to her. Nice choice. This is like an attic of a building. It's like it's a big space, but it's really cheerful. It has a lot of light, and it's like decorated not in a gloomy manner. So you can do things like this. You can bring people and do creative workshops, and everyone feels good. So we also once again had a lot of tea and fruit there, and the environment's really nice. So we had a pretty nice discussion there. And Diana and Helen, as you can see, are looking at Liga and thinking about what she's saying and speaking English pretty awkwardly again. And Liga is probably like, yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah, I know. And I was thinking to myself, like, I'm sounding really important. This is pretty nice. Yeah, it's something like that, I guess. Yeah, I think Helen's taking notes. All right, so you can see on the next picture that we are pretty relaxed here. So it's really nice there. Diana and Helen are quite happy, and I think the gentleman on the left is Janis, and a really experienced teacher, as we found out later. He's a really nice guy as well. Excellent manners and like I don't know, a perfect educator, I guess. It's like someone that every teacher should could look up to become. It's like hard to have this charisma of being like gentle and a person whom everyone can rely on, and also to know the answers when you're asked. It's like he gave out that vibe that he knows to help you when you need. You can turn to this guy, and he also looked really competent. But the problem with the Latvian teachers and us was that if they didn't speak a lot of English, we couldn't really get into a lot of conversation. We just had the feeling that this guy is amazing, but we couldn't really experience that firsthand because he didn't speak English, I guess. I mean, he understood the language but didn't feel comfortable to do it. And neither did we, I guess. But I really, really liked the vibe that this gentleman was giving. Right. And there are our Turkish group. I think, yeah, I think this was the place where Diana asked, I think she asked Dalal something about Turkish soap operas. So there they began this chit chat about soap operas because we have a lot of them in Croatia. We always watch those. Our country buys a lot of Turkish soap operas. Hmm. So we had a really nice experience with those. So when when we finished talking about the soap operas, the Turks just wanted our general opinions about like what do we think about them as Turkish people and them as people in general. So I think that we were like didn't actually know them really well back then, and we went like with the safe answer that I think I told them that we just think that they're really really beautiful people and in every possible way, and I did feel that. I actually felt that they were individually and all together really beautiful people, and we shared the same opinion, me, Diana, and Helen. Not because of the soap operas, but because of everything, I guess. We are not the type of people with any prejudice, so it's like what you get is what you see, and what we saw was really nice. Yeah, that was a really cool experience. They're really relaxed there, drank their tea, and really like enjoying the sofa. It's pretty soft. I mean, maybe it reminded them of home or something. And there's light. I guess it's like really cozy. I didn't try that one. Maybe I should have. Alright. So jumping into this one, this is an important one, I guess. Yeah, it's after. Hmm. Yeah, this happened after we had a lecture. So this lady in the middle, is she in the middle? I don't know. This lady in the blue dress. I think she's someone important. I mean, to this picture, I think she was the one who was giving us the lecture. Some professor, university professor. Yeah, that was the thing, if I remember correctly. So from the left, these are two Bulgarian ladies, and then these are Helen and Diana, and Rudolph's and me, and yeah, this is her. I can't remember her name, but mm, right. So right to me is Suleiman, and right to this teacher is Dalal, and there is the English teacher, if I remember correctly, the Latvian English teacher. And I didn't remember her name. Yeah, I don't know her name. And so the lady next to her is, if I remember correctly, Solvita. Latvian names are hard. I think it's Solvita. Right. The blonde lady next to the principal, I don't know. And the principal in S, I know. And you can't remember this lady. You can't not remember this lady. She's like a powerhouse. So next to Ines, it's like Erkan, and there's Giannis, I think. Yeah, he's directly behind Erkan, so he can barely be seen here. Yeah, and next to them is Sonia, who's like really serious in this picture. The Bulgarian. Okay, yeah, so this was an important one. After this lecture, we all felt like really important, I guess. Right. Yeah. Now for the more casual ones. This is this is in front of a place in Riga that Rudolf took us to. Hmm, what's it called? Let me just zoom it in. Amber Century. Okay, this place is epic. I mean, I think it's that one. You just go inside. Is it that one? I think it's that one. Or is it? It's either that one or it's really near. You get inside and you'll see later what I'm talking about. So this is just what this the Diana is holding. It's just her cell phone, huh? So Diana and Erkan and Delal are just hugging and taking a photo, I guess. And Erkan has a really nice hat. Right. I think it's that place. I don't know. Hmm. Yeah, related to this one. So it's like a castle vibe there. As you can see, our queens here, Diana and Helen, look really happy. Yeah, these chairs are like huge, so you feel like a king and queen. So like when you sit in them, it's epic. So Riddle took us there. It's like an ancient, I don't know, fortress castle thing. It has like a big hall and these huge chairs. So you really feel epic when you're here. There were like some people when we got in, but there were still spaces on the big chairs, so we sat there. And yeah, we had some fine, really nice Latvian beer there, and also ate that bread of theirs that makes you drink more beer. I really, yeah, I remember this one. It's a really nice one. Nice environment. We took pictures with some candles there as well. So the lighting is really weird. I think there are candles on the table somewhere between us. And it's a really big table. You feel like you're in Game of Thrones or something. Yeah, that's the place. I guess it's like a castle vibe. Really nice. Right. So this isn't Riga anymore. We're in Jurmala now, being serious and everything. This is where is this? This is somewhere in the city hall, I guess, in Jurmala. I think this is the place where these fine ladies. Is this the computer science teacher from Latvia or something? I think she's their tech expert. Yeah, and this woman, is trying to give us a presentation about Jurmala, I think. She, yeah, that's it. I think that this is what's going on. So the lady is giving us a presentation, and we're filling out something. I don't know what actually Suleiman's filling out, but we had to write stuff. What was it? I really can't remember anymore. Yeah, so this is behind them. There's this picture of Yurmala that we were always turning around and looking at a little bit. And this presentation was, the presentation was basically telling us everything that's on the picture as well, but also with events, I guess. If I remember correctly, they were like telling us when stuff's happening. Yeah, maybe. Like when you have festivals and things and what you do and where you do them. And I don't really remember the presentation itself. I think it was just describing Gulmala, what you can do there. Yeah, that's probably what's going on. And everyone's like really curious here. And Solema's writing stuff. I don't know what he's writing. Hmm, mysterious. Right, so this is another city hall picture, I guess. Yeah, that's the same building, maybe. Yeah, it's the same building. This is like the conference hall where all the bosses get together around the round table and say important things. I think voting gets done here probably. Yeah, we were really happy taking these important pictures, like we are council members or something. I think yeah, everyone looks like really important. Of course, Erkan is the most important in the middle, the president of the universe. Yeah, this is a really nice one. Yeah, The Maria's also really serious. I don't know. She's smiling a little bit here. That's a rare occasion. Nah, it's somewhere in the middle. Serious and slight smile. Yeah. And Suleiman's like really looking at in the emptiness, like really. Well, it's like when you stare at the sea, like really looking at something really far away, and you're all like in your thoughts. It looks like that a little bit, like absent-minded, but also very relevant. Like something serious is going on, and this we're all looking at different cameras. He's just looking at his camera, I guess, and I'm looking at his camera also. And yeah, in this picture, only Rudolph and Delal and Erkan are looking at the right camera. We're all failing. Alright. Yeah, so this next one is this is primary school, I guess. Vaivari. Yeah, this is when we wanted to wrap up our stories about the project. So we're talking about how to deal with these really hard issues that we brought up. So every school had this story of a problematic kid that really had this unsolvable problem, basically. So we were like figuring out what can teachers do to solve these really epic problems. So this sand thing is one idea. It's really not that bad when you think of it. It's really relaxing, and it's good to get people in a relaxed mode to solve problems. So yeah, we're doing discussions about that hard issues here. I think Yanis is actually talking here with Ines, and Rudolf is like probably contributing a little bit. Yeah, and Diana and Suleiman are having their own thing here. Yeah, and Helen probably. Who's this? Yeah, this is probably Helen here. Yeah, so this was either it was an introduction to our final meeting or it was the final meeting. I think it was the final meeting, and we're discussing these problems. Yeah, we all had really difficult issues to solve. The students were basically they were basically like in an impossible situation to solve from a perspective of a teacher. So it's like when you have kids like that, it's impossible to react properly. So we're all like, oh, what can we do? We're all making up like different ideas. It's all like it's really hard. I mean, you want to have the best approach and the best relationship with these kids, but it's the exact situations that we took as I mean, we deliberately took the really hardest examples. Everyone took a pretty hard example of a difficult situation and how to deal with this behavioral issues that we are dealing with on everyday basis, like teachers. Yeah, so we're discussing what to do there. It's really interesting. Now, when I come to think of it, this was a really interesting talk. Yeah. Now, huh? Jumping into Riga again. Why am I jumping into Riga again? Well, this picture is. I don't really know what these. I don't remember buildings really well, so I'm not even gonna try to attempt what is this. It looks like that mysterious church from that really mysterious order that the Turtles was mentioning, but it's probably not. Yeah, so why I chose this picture is because it's the best thing that I have relatable to the store. Rudolph took us to walk around the Riga a little bit, and then he showed us this really nice jewelry store where you can buy souvenirs. So I think that this is somewhere in the vicinity of that store. Maybe. I mean, it has to be somewhere. It's like in a mile radius. definitely. So it's really cold, as you can see. Everyone's by now we figured it out, and we have proper clothing. We started off pretty light, but we soon figured out that yeah, that Jurmala and Riga are no joke. You have to be dressed properly in order not to freeze. So we're good there. I think I bought gloves. Yeah, I bought gloves, but I'm not wearing them. Yeah, that's not really intelligent. Yeah, so the wind is blowing here because it's like an open space. So we're I guess we're moving really quickly to just see as much as we can and find these interesting places like that jewelry store. Yeah, so on our way to the jewels. Yeah. Now these are the things that I bought and I was really like impressed by those. Not in that store. I bought the tree in an open market, but I bought the ring in the store. Yeah. I bought the tree in the market because it had I forgot even the name of this jewel that it has. The stone that is really typical for Jurmala. They have it on the beach there. You just put it. They put it everywhere. So it's this beautiful yellow stones, and they were like the fruits of this tree. It was really nicely made on in this stand had like a lot of jewelry like that with a lot of that a really nice stone, but I don't remember its name. Damn it! It's like yeah, I can't remember it at all right now. I'm not even gonna try. Yeah, but it came off. I bought the tree and one came off. Then it looked like really not the best. So I destroyed the other one now. So there's just tree left, the silver tree, and there's nothing left of the stones. Mm. And there are some traces. I think I should heat it up, but I'm not really into heating things up. So I think that if I heat it up, I could do something to the metal, and I don't really like ugly metal. So I just left it like that. You can, I can probably pick it with something, and it would be, but I don't really mind. It's just like some a little bit of glass on my tree. Don't really mind that. So yeah, the tree of life is it's like it's an epic symbol. You can find it everywhere in the mythologies of the world, and I was really like thrilled to find it there. Also, as a part of Latvian folklore, they even have a thing with graves in Latvia. They put trees into graves. I found that fascinating, I guess. We don't do that in Croatia. We would just put crosses and that's that. But the tree thing, it's like it makes so much sense. It makes much more sense than doing the tombs and the crosses. Because what when you put tombs and crosses, you have to have resurrections, right? What you're gonna do? You don't have any cycles. But the tree thing, it's a cycle. The everything degenerates, so it's like it's a really nice symbolic thing to think about. Like when you die, just feed the tree, and it's a cycle. It's really nice idea. So I like it a lot. I even carry this tree right now. Even yeah, it's a really nice idea. I think I'm gonna keep it for a while. Yeah, and the ring is just an epic ring. It has all these deities. It's a pagan thing, but I don't mind pagan. I mean, I'm not pagan, but I don't mind symbols if they're nice. I like to have things to think about. So these are really, really nice. I don't really remember what they mean. This, the cross one, it's the the four crosses one. I really forgot what god was that. What deity has four crosses in Latvian mythology? But I do know that this triangle with dots is like heaven. It's like the most basic deity that you can have, like heaven and earth. It's like the mountain, and then you have the upper atmosphere, the stars, I guess. It's like a really nice idea. In almost all mythologies, you have that. Like you have earth and you have the air. So that's like a basic deity. I don't remember what its name. It's like been a year and I haven't refreshed my Latvian gods. Eh, maybe it's time I check those up a little bit just to remember because they are really nice. Yeah, and are these sickles or are they just sticks? I forgot now. No, they're not. They're not sticks. They're not sickles. I think it's really plants. It's wheat. Yeah, is it wheat? I think it's just wheat, crossed wheat. So it's like fertility thing. This this top one on the ring. I think it's a fertility god based on the. It's not sticks. It's I think it's wheat. Yeah, I don't know mm, the name of that one as well. But yeah, I think it's just like two wheat stalks crossed, and it's fertility. Sounds about right. Yeah, so that's the ring. It has a lot of deities, many more. But I like it. I like it a lot. So that's my Latvian story. And as you can see, I have a lot of memories related to this story, so it's not really fair. It's not a description of pictures itself, but themselves. But I thought it would be a nicer story than to describe like how does this table look like. It's not the best. Yeah. So now you can see me suffer describing something, and you can I expect you to criticize me and my descriptions as I fail to convey meaning sometimes, as I forget things, as I don't know how to say things. I hope that this piece encourages you a little bit, that you see that teachers aren't the best at expressing themselves as well. So you can speak like I did here with like not always the best thing to say on your mind, but you can still do it. You can make sentences and just like follow your train of thought wherever it takes you. So I think that's a good way to communicate if you can do better. I mean, it's really hard to really put your thoughts into a specific like point. I mean, you can prepare that and then you can like bomb someone with a specific thought and you really know the meaning and you can like uh, beat the idea into someone, I guess, but that's not really conversation. When you're making conversation or describing things, you're basically playing with the other person and the other people that are listening to you. So it's like it's an invitation to share ideas, or you just tell your story, try to be as honest and interesting as you can, and you hope someone will find it nice. I mean, I do it like that. I mean, I'm a boring person, but I mean, it's a way to do it. If you can't do it in a like specific way, the best way of telling stories I find is to be a relatively funny person. If you can make things funny and funnier, many more people will listen to it with interest. But also sometimes it's really nice to just to be honest. So either of these modes work. But the hardest thing is not to have any vocabulary. So if you have at least some vocabulary, you can say things. So as you can see, I have some vocabulary and I can speak about things somewhat. So I encourage you all to expand a little bit on your vocabulary. There are many ways of doing that, and I hope that I will be able to expand your vocabulary in the future with all different types of inputs that you'll be receiving from me. And yeah, that's I guess it for this virtual classroom. I hope that you will be really harsh in your criticisms. So this is a really long video. Uh, if you fell asleep, I won't blame you, but try to keep it together and right. Take your best shot at criticism of the story that you just heard. How did you like it? What parts of this slideshow, I guess, was like interesting parts to you, and what were like extremely boring, what were like well told, what stories weren't well told at all. Yeah, so these type of things I expect to see in your comments. You can write them or you can record a video. I would prefer a video or an audio answer. So yeah, this is everything that I have to say because I really passed my limit. Yeah, it's 56 minutes. Nice. Your teacher, over and out.